Hello, people. We're here for the final race of the season, and with me in the casting booth for the entire night will be Kingsman, aka Barry.
Yay!
And
Retiring off track to get myself in the booth. Very
shit.
wise choice.
I'll actually need to wear headphones because your voice is too loud. Unlucky.
Screaming down the mic.
Well, I guess all of you are waiting for the draw for the mystery GP. So, yeah. Excuse my yapping to just delay it. But here we have our beautiful wheel. And we're gonna spin it. And see what's gonna come out. Oh, and it's gonna be Austria tonight. Ah shit, I still need to swap over my Discord. Yeah, you will actually enjoy racing that. I mean, then get lost. Go race. No, we're gonna enjoy it either way. I'm happy to have you in the booth, of course. And there's probably gonna be enough of good racing on Austria, anyways, right? Surely.
Yeah, I mean, last time I raced Austria, as much as it was backwards, I did get a podium. So I will be. How many times you'll hear that throughout the night? Well, I can't promise anything, but you'll hear it a lot.
That sounds like a promise to me. But okay, yeah, we're gonna just go out and go mute again for like the last remaining 5 minutes while the lobby is being set up and stuff. Y'all know the deal now, and yeah, see you in a bit. And it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays. What is up, everybody? Tonight we're here in Austria, as the wheel has foretold, and we're here with Kingsman, and we're here with heavy rain. Sheesh.
I mean, heavy rain, isn't that just Inter's conditions anyway? Because the game's never been truly fixed for full wet conditions.
Oh,
or
is
am I, like...
that so, actually? Because
I think so. I've never driven like full wets properly on this game. Even when it's like this, I've always driven Inters, and they've been like somewhat quicker. Like, as I can see already on the tire telemetry, MQ and Yanaman have both switched across to the Inters, and there'll be two of our fast drivers tonight. And that is one of the Astons coming out. Ace Mojo though on the full wet, so maybe he doesn't know the strat, or is the strat full wets?
I mean, the game puts everybody on full wets, right? I wasn't. I also was not aware of the fact that you can actually get away with driving Inters in full wet conditions as well. So I'm really curious to see how the times will be different here. But yeah, it is very wet for now. I'm not sure how it's gonna be in the race, of course, as we as the casters, we as the spectators, have no way of knowing, as per usual. But we're gonna find out on race start at latest, I guess. So yeah.
Well, I mean, I have asked the drivers, I have asked two of the drivers to see if I can get an update for the race. They, as of yet, have not responded. Pretty selfish, if you ask me.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be focusing on driving, they should be focusing on replying to me, obviously.
Yeah, they're parking in the pits anyways, right? What are they doing there?
Yeah. Like, what else could they possibly be doing? I don't know. Probably, like, fixing setups and that. But yeah, Ace Mojo's done an outlap and has come back into the pits. He's not feeling it.
Yeah, he was like, oh, well, yeah, good enough.
Outlap. Yeah, Menop also out on full wets, and I think we've got both of the V-Carbs out on track.
Yeah,
Yanaman on the Yanaman and
the
Mills. Yeah.
Janus on Inters, Emils also on Inters.
Then the Kicks Alba of Wild Ghost in between them on the full wet. So I mean, you've got a various mix here, but I'm gonna be completely honest. If you look at the pace difference between them, Emils, Yanaman, and MQ will probably be your front three from the beginning, unless Seagull wants to start from the front, which highly unlikely considering the rest of the season he's been starting from the back of the grid. But they'll be your front three. Oh my god, I'm struggling today. And to see the fact they're on Inters, I think should probably be an indicator for the rest of the grid of what could be faster. But who knows? Wild Ghost might prove us wrong and go to pole by about a second. So
yeah, Menop has actually just started his first hot lap. He is also on full wets, and I think Wild Ghost, to be fair, Wild Ghost has been posting like top 5 times in quali every now and then as well, but I feel like Menop is generally more the consistent number to call. Yeah, we will be able to compare his time to what Yanaman's gonna produce shortly after. And I think, like, if everything goes normal, Menop should be about half a second down from Jan's time, maybe.
I think a bit more than that. I mean, to be fair in qualifying, Menop is one of the better group from the pack behind them. He does normally qualify sort of in between that, around sort of Cherry and Wild Ghost sort of area. And in most recent weeks as well, by the way, the Plays, who... A massive improvement from him, by the way. Was it P2 in China?
Yeah, I think he got like a phantom pole somewhere as well, right?
China. Yeah, it was China.
Okay, yeah. Lauda saying MQ better win today for the future of FS. So, yeah, you heard it right here. Like, first international terroristic threat onto Formula Sunday's headquarters.
Yeah, there you go. And it's a 1:17.8. So, I don't know. I don't think that's quite up to pace where he'd want to be. Yanaman has invalidated his lap, though, on the intermediate tyres. I believe the next car will be Wild Ghost on the full wets, who is setting a valid lap Although the gap to Emils seems very, very short here, and knowing Emils, he wouldn't have left that gap beforehand. Will Wild Ghost come round the final corner, keeps it on track barely? Does he go to provisional pole? No, he doesn't. It's a second difference between the Saubers, and Emils to cross the line shortly after invalid lap as well.
1 invalid lap. So Emil's 0.8 quicker. Did not quite catch what Jannemann was doing last lap. He's already on an invalid lap again. But it seems like the Inter is the way. I mean, we could jump on board with...
Yeah, there you go.
Yep, okay. MQ was also out there, apparently. Seagull is also doing a lap on the Inters right now.
No, he's on the full wets, isn't he?
For me, it's on Inters, but...
Oh yeah, sorry, that's my graphic shows it wrong. Yeah, it's just updated now. Yeah, he's on the Inters. But yeah, the good thing about the wets, though, is you can fill up with fuel and do continuous laps in the Inters and the full wets.
Yeah.
So you can do probably 2-3 laps as the overtake isn't really used as much as it would be in normal laps. So it is one where you keep going again. Rice slots in then between the two Kick-Saubers. And it's going to be Seagull next to the line. Can he beat the McLaren and put it onto pole? Well, by some landslide. Yeah, wow.
Well, let's see the GOAT. It's on full wets as well here.
What are you talking about, Cherry? Is Cherry coming to the line?
No, I'm talking about the plays.
Oh.
But the plays lasers are not active in the chat yet. They have not woken up yet.
Oh, that's a shame. We do like the plays fans. The plays ultras, as I like to call them.
Yeah, I call them the Glaze.
The Glaze. Emils, by the way, slots in ahead of MQ, 16.6. I think Seagull will probably disqualify himself towards the end, so I'd look at the minute Emils on that provisional pole, and then bats across the line. He does go quicker than all the wet runners so far, 17.6 though, still a second off of the next car, and well, the plays goes to the best of the wet runners, a 17.0. I'm very curious what he could perform on the intermediate tyres, because I believe they are a lot quicker than the full wets at this stage, but who knows?
It doesn't help empirical evidence that the people running the Inters are coincidentally also the fastest drivers. So
yeah,
they might just be worse at this point, but it's just a skill diff. I do think they are like a tiny bit quicker though. Jan is gonna try another lap here.
Yeah, hopefully he can. He's on his third lap apparently. He's invalidated the rest by the looks of it. And we had another driver across the line who I've completely missed. I believe that was Ace Mojo with an 18.9 sitting on the back of the grid. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what Jannemann can cook. I imagine he'll be around with MQ and Emils in that group. It'd be nice to see Cherry set a lap time, because especially if it's on the intermediates, because that would give a real indicator of the pace. Because you'd imagine Cherry would be around that bats the plays mark on similar tyres for pace. Probably a bit quicker than both, but it'd be nice to see an indicator of how much quicker he is.
Yeah, I think he should beat both of them usually, but like it's been close. It's been close around them. And yeah, I mean, I think from what I see, at least most of the guys in the pits have already put Inters on now.
Yeah. And wow, okay.
Yeah, okay, that seems to be a sizable improvement.
But can Jannemann go P2 at least?
Yep. Yeah, 15 nice. Flat, not too far behind Seagull.
I mean, that shows the track's improving, I reckon. I reckon it's just getting less wet as the session goes across. You'll have the tool to back up or tell me about it.
The tool is went from above 90% wetness forecast to now 83. So I'm not like, we still haven't figured out fully how exactly like the tool gets to that number, but generally lower percentage means lower wet.
Wise words from a wise man. But yeah, I mean, realistically then, if you want to look at this, 7 minutes of this qualifying don't really matter. It really depends on that final lap then.
Yeah,
because that's when the track... Whoever goes last out of those top 4 could... Or top 3, because I still believe Seagull's going to disqualify himself.
Yeah.
Whoever goes last out of those top 3 will put themselves in the best position to take... Oh, What have I missed?
Manov just invalidated in the very last bit, but he released on the start-finish straight and rolled over the line, and he was still 1.2 seconds quicker than his PB on wets. So everybody really has swallowed the Interpill at this point, except Ace Mojo, who I think is still out from his previous stint. And the place who's going out right now, I think,
all on Inters, yeah. Everyone's on Inters but Ace Mojo.
Yeah.
They
They on VC together, the two teammates, so he will probably tell Ace that he okay, never mind, he just drove past the pits. He could maybe tell him that Inters are the play.
Yeah, Wild Ghost, by the way, into P4 with a 16.5. I'm on board with the last driver yet to set a time in Cherry. Now, I don't know. I think he's a bit far off the pace, because coming around the final two corners, he's at 110. So maybe there's a mistake somewhere. Maybe he's on a second warm-up lap, as per se, because he's got 100% ERS. So I think he's just going to send it now. But for the time being, he does sit at the back of the grid with a 120.3. And yeah, Menoff again, another invalid lap. But yeah.
Invalid lap for Cherry in the first turn as well. Wild Ghost. Is currently down off his PB, but to be fair, he has gotten a pretty decent PB there in his previous run. He's currently sitting in 4th. Most of the other drivers have not gotten a lap together yet. Oh, Rice there, bangs one out. The man, the myth, the legend, sitting on just a warning, I think, short of a race ban here, coming to this event. I'm sure you can tell quite a story about the incidents he's had.
If I speak, I'm in big trouble. I do not want to be in big trouble. But yeah, Wild Ghost, by the way, hit the wall on the final corner, so is down a front wing end plate. So we will see him come into the pits for a change of tyres and front wing at some point. But yeah, Mills just a 10th now off of Seagull at the top, which is a very, very good time at a 14.6. It shows the track is getting better and better progressively. As we see a lot of drivers starting to pit now again. Bats, though, does go above MQ with a 15.7. But I think we're just going to see people jumping each other constantly. And well. Doom's Goat crosses the line to take provisional pole, the 14.3.
Yeah, what a lap by the place there, once more. Maybe we get another qualifying merchant here in Formula Sundays. But of course, being good in quali is not too bad there. But as you said, the track is definitely getting better. I mean, we're always talking about numbers and stuff, but like, I think you can actually see how the racing line is getting a little bit drier and the rain is getting a little bit less compared to the beginning. So, yeah.
Also, I've heard word back from one of my informants on the inside. From the inside of the garage, they say it looks like mixed conditions for the race.
Ooh.
So we could be seeing a wet to dry or a dry to wet race.
Yeah.
Which could be very interesting. And then looking at the standings, by the way, a lot of things could change with the results going their way. Obviously, the main one we're looking at tonight, obviously, Emils leading MQ in the championship by 6 points. If Emils wins the race, nothing MQ can do about it. But MQ needs to outscore Mills by 7 points to claim the championship.
Yes, and interestingly enough, really all realistic scenarios involve MQ getting a win. Like, if MQ gets a win, Emils can't do shit. If Emils comes second, he's still gonna lose the championship by 1 point. And like for most of the other stuff, like if MQ only comes second, he needs Emils to be 4th already. To move past, now even 5th, right? And that's like rather unrealistic.
Well, long story short, he needs to win, and well, going through the first sector on this lap, MQ is 3 tenths up already. So and that's just the first sector. That's probably where we see the least amount of time gain in this entire lap. So he needs to be a big lap. He wants to be looking to get somewhat close to Seagull. Obviously, track will constantly improve. So Seagull's 12.9 might even get knocked off the top at some point. He's now 1.1 seconds off. And that's not going to be anywhere near enough at the minute. That's going to just slot him in behind Yanaman and ahead of Bats. He's going to want to be further forward than that. He's going to be wanting to be ahead of Rice and the plays for now. but he goes round the final corner, keeps it on the lines. Can he make that improvement? And, well, yeah, rapid final sector, gets him just behind the plays.
Yeah, he's at least ahead of both Racing Bulls, which is, I think, the most important part of his quali. Albeit, Jannemann is currently cooking. He is half a second up on his previous time, and I feel like, okay, there's a lot of time to be gained into the pit entry.
Yeah.
It was probably not enough to put it on pole either way, so W decision, I guess.
Maybe he's going for a quick change of tyres just before he gets back out there.
Yeah, there is at least one more lap to be had for Jannemann there.
Yeah, Ace Mojo is going to be next across the line in P10. Can he get to P9? Gets all the way up to P7 with a 15.6 ahead of Bats, Menop, and Wild Ghost. Good lap time for him. He's going to want to improve again, though, if he can get a lap in. Cherry, 1.8 seconds coming into Sector 3, but we know Sector 3 is where you gain all the time. So what can Cherry do now? To the line, it's going to be P10 for Cherry. I mean, I know he said he was going to be fighting for P10 at the start, but if he wants to potentially snatch that P4 off of Yeast, he's going to need a P3 today, and that's not a good start for him.
Yeah, P3 looks rough, especially with the remaining competition, honestly. There's not really anybody who I would like mark immediately as backtracker. But yeah, someone has to come last, and it might look for Cherry in this situation here that even if he was able to drive for podiums in full lobbies of Elite before, today might be one of the days where he's fighting to not be last.
But he's 2.3 seconds up on this lap, and that's just after Sector 2. So as it stands, he's currently going into P4. He just needs to not invalidate on Sector 3. Cherry, I ask of one simple thing from you. Please do not mess up Sector 3. Slides, oh my goodness, round the final corner.
Yeah, that is Forza Rally line. Holy.
And he goes to P3.
Wow, and almost beats out the place as well there. Only the Gull is on top there. Maybe Cherry's not fighting for P10. Maybe he is fighting for P1. After all.
And MQ is going to be the next driver to cross the line, and he goes P2. Very needed P2, in fact. Then we're going to have the Red Bull of Seagull to cross the line. He's down on his time. I don't think we'll see any improvement. He goes again. Do we see a Mills or Jannemann crossing the line? No, I believe starting a lap.
Yep,
Mills
is also starting now. Yeah.
So who's going to be the last one to start a lap? Because Menop has just finished the lap, unless he's going again. I believe that is... Who is that car coming to the line? Am I blind? I think so. It's Rice on outlap, and I think that'll be the last of the laps to start. If this caution Sector 2 would move, I'd have a good indicator.
Yeah, time is up now. Ace Mojo is coming over the line now. He's bringing a little bit of an improvement as well. Jumps Jannemann. Jannemann currently in 10th. If he invalidates here, he's going to be in a rough spot here to help out his teammate today. But I think...
Yeah, but who's next to the line? It's going to be the Plays, I believe.
Yeah, the Plays is...
to improve. Only can get above MQ, really. He's not going to be looking at Seagull, I don't think. But to the line now.
I think it's good, though.
Wow, brilliant time. 12-7. Next to the line is Wild Ghost. It's going to be P8 for him as it stands. Next across the line is Seagull, I believe. And yeah, 11-6 for him. And next is going to be Jannemann. Up to P2. Very nice time for him. Then it was Bats in P6. And Mills now to the line.
Yeah. Oh, jumps ahead of MQ crucially. I think the last one on an actual hot lap is Rice here. It's currently on 13.8 pace. Oh, even gets some more time there. Jumps MQ as well. So
that's the worst case scenario for MQ.
Yeah.
Because that's the car now in between of a Mills and MQ. Whereas at that point it was looking 4th and 5th. They might be battling out on track. It has come that Rice will split them. But regardless, not where MQ wants to be. Needing a win really today. And he finds himself in P6.
Yeah, what a qualifying finish there in the end. Everybody's just really banging out, yeah, their best laps in the very end. A lot of improvements we've seen. I think just 2 minutes ago the best lap was in the 1:14th, and now that is the last lap. But yeah, close performance for everyone together there except Seagull, really, who flies ahead.
Who didn't listen to me.
I'm not sure if he's like if he intended to disqualify himself and then, well,
No, he drove
just
the line.
cross
He
over the
drove to
line,
the line.
I guess, right, by accident. But fair.
Maybe he didn't want to impede someone else. That might have been something as well, because he was in a bit of a train of cars, sort of around him. So maybe he didn't want to put anyone off, especially maybe a Mills who was behind him, or Yanaman as well. Because if Yanaman, as you said, had invalidated, he would have been back of the grid, I think. A 15-0 he was on before that final lap. So Yanaman now in P2 prime position, not really to help his teammate. I think Yanaman would have wished that they were swapped around so he could maybe hold up MQ. But yeah, I've never thought I'd ever say that MQ needs to get past Rice as quick as possible, because that could be the blocker for him today.
Yeah. I mean, it should be doable for MQ still, if you want to win this. In the end, you gotta be faster than anybody, right? And there's not many better places to overtake than Austria, really. As we, have heard earlier, it's changeable conditions, so at some point there's gonna be DRS, and there's gonna be 3 zones. So there's plenty of opportunities to go for moves on the long straights into the hard braking zones and make up those crucial positions that you need. And, well, MQ's gonna have to seize 1 or 2 of them, I guess. Wait.
What?
We're having a race start now. There's no formation lap, apparently. I don't know what went wrong there.
Yeah, we restart, surely.
I don't know, to be honest. Yeah.
Well, Seagull's dropping himself down. Bats is retired, so I imagine, it'll be a lobby restart.
Well.
You can't even blame us in the booth.
I was about to say, we didn't have lobby issues yet this seasons.
Good thing you didn't say it, because I'd have been a great curse.
Boomba. Yeah, no. I wonder if he's gonna set up like wet to dry as well, or if we're gonna get random weather this time round. Because I feel like it's kind of irrelevant, right?
Yeah, because
you selected your quali setup based on the weather, right?
Yeah, please don't tell me we're gonna miss what would have been the greatest track conditions for a finale, because Bats forgot to put on formation lap.
No formation lap is a restart. Yeah, Seagull is saying it in the admin chat as well. Of course, I am aware of the rulebook, Kappa.
Don't tell RSC you weren't aware of it.
Well. Lovely.
It's fine, I can say that
here. Yeah, surely. The biggest former competitor. Bro, stop inviting me, man. I'm already getting into the lobby.
Hey, you want invites? Oh, I got you.
I'm right next here to you, buddy. Oh.
Apparently we're in Australia now.
Sheesh. Yeah. Oh, we're in Austria now. I was about to say, can someone double check if Bats is dyslexic or if it's just the standard settings still?
Yeah, I think it's just standard.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I literally saw MQ drop down to 9th, and I was like, if this doesn't get restarted, there was gonna be huge allegations that the league was rigged.
Well, it kinda is. But don't tell anyone. We do actually have the script right here, and we already know who's gonna win this race, right, Kingsman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will be Inter's weather the whole race. Oh my god. So we've ruined our wet from wet to dry. Oh man.
I'm fairly certain you can do changeable conditions though, no?
Hold on, I'm gonna ask Seagull.
Steven Seagal.
They tell me to shut up or something. Calling it now. Because unless my informant was wrong, if my informant was wrong, I'm not gonna be happy with him. The Blazer said it was Inter to dry to Inter. Wait, could we have had two weather? Nah, that'd have been too peak, surely. That'd have been too good. Ace Mojo needs an invite. Do Mato.
Sure. Mr. Mojo. Wait, he's on Steam, you can just join me.
Yeah, but some people are lazy, dude. You've got to respect the lazy among us.
Bum 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 bum. I did just invite Rice for good measure. I think he's probably already in here, right? No, he's actually not. I'm such a...
No, we've got one Polish. Do we want wet, dry, wet? Yes, we do. I'm gonna put yes.
Yeah, I've recommended it in the admin chat. Let's phrase it like that.
Why are we giving them a vote?
True.
Like hello?
Executive decision.
If that's what it was.
Yeah, us yapping and stirring the pot on stream is certainly gonna help us make a good and non-questionable decision that nobody will be mad about after the race.
But this is the thing, though. If we change it to wet only, then we'll have complaints.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, we just start the race with random weather and re-roll until we get the perfect combo.
If Cherry complains, by the way, I'm about to go in that VC and tell him to stop crying. Hold on, let's see. Hold on, I'm gonna go tell Cherry to stop crying. I'll be back, Doom.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, cool. So we're doing a little bit of rigging here. From you know, like sometimes it is really rarely the case, but sometimes you just feel like the director guy from the Truman Show, right? Like you're just pulling the strings. Oh, what the fuck?
Hey, Matt, you're live.
Hello. Yeah, I'm aware. A slight issue is I can't seem to get the grid. Are any of you able to?
I can probably remember. Actually, I can pull
up.
Oh,
you mean the order, or you can't set the grid?
Yeah. I can set the grid. I just don't know the order.
Yes.
Oh, is it go tool?
Yeah. I'm
Seagull, Jan, the plays,
we
and
don't know what to do.
Rice.
We don't know what to do for the weather because we can't replicate the precision that it was a game. It was only one. So you get seven.
I would say like the closest to it would be just
do the closest.
Wet,
yeah.
dry, wet, right? Because it was wet, and then at some point it's dry, and then at some point it's wet again.
Like, I know, but like that, changing it from like a lap dry to a third of the race.
Yeah, but we're changing it to a full wet. Then we're saying we're removing the dry completely, which has a big impact on some people's stints.
Yeah, and I feel like for content, changeable conditions, even if it is like 5 to 10 laps of dry, is maybe better. I don't know.
Okay. Am I able to get this? Do you
I
know?
could probably tell you off of just mine. Seagull was pole, then it was Jan, the plays, Emils.
Bro, I'm legit stupid. What the fuck? Session results? Is it here?
I'll pull up the Twitch for you, Bats, just so I can get it right.
Oh, there we are.
Yeah, we got to start soon. We got to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you. Okay.
All right, can we make a decision on what we want to do for the weather?
Yeah, I would
Just
say
try and
just
replicate
make
it the
it
best
wet,
you can.
dry, wet.
Wet, dry, wet.
Okay.
And if it's not exactly the same, unlucky, but it's roughly the same.
Yeah. Bats,
Okay,
how far did you get on the order, by the way?
I've got it.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
cool.
Thank you, Fabian. I know you're listening. Thank you, mate. Right, bye, guys.
Wait,
Wait, where's Fabian?
Fabian DM'd it probably.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I see. My god. I was fumbling around with the fucking tool, but yeah.
Speaking of Fabian, Canada, am I right? Haha.
Haha,
No, he's
why are we
he-
getting Canada now?
That-
It's
Season
just
14.
you're showing it, yeah, but like, wow, what did make
Because
it?
Canada real life tonight.
Oh, true.
That's the actual race.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like one of these marmots. One minor inconvenience, and I'm running on that racetrack. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, fair. Hold on, I'm gonna manipulate Cherry again.
Damn. The puppeteer. So the race is after. Oh yeah, that's why we gotta get going. I get it. Oh my god, guys. It's crazy. Ank has understood what's going on. Red Marta W. Holy shit.
Right, I'm back.
What up?
7 pings, 8 pings. Yeah.
What?
Honestly, this is pure content for the neutrals, by the way. The neutrals must be loving this.
So what are you celebrating then?
Well, I'm celebrating content.
Okay, cool. Well, it seems like we're finally getting going.
Finally.
Surely we have Formation Lab on this time around, right?
If we don't, they're just going. I mean, what? I didn't say that.
Ah, well. Damn. I mean, the track always looks sunny in the preview, right? I guess.
No, Doom. Did you not see the time where there's a monsoon in the preview?
I would have loved to see the real weather in the preview, but I guess fair. It's a small
Tornado
indie
in the
company.
preview,
Yeah, you
and
can't
it's just
expect
people
them.
like flying around in the tornado, people being flung from the grandstands.
Yeah, the marmots are skydiving.
Oh no,
Oh.
talking about marmots. They need to be skydiving instead of being on the track.
That's true, honestly.
Right, so yeah, we're back to where we were before. Wet, dry, wet. Now, they've all been complaining that the dry stint is going to be longer or shorter, but it's like we're doing the best we can here to keep competitive integrity. That's the 2 words.
Yup. After all, it's gonna be random anyways. And it might have been random before. Only because you roll the dice again, it doesn't mean the outcome is less random than the previous one.
Yeah.
Might be a different outcome, but it's still a dice roll, and the dice got rolled.
A lot of rolling going on.
Yeah. I can relate for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. So. Is
that's
Seagull
11
gonna
pings.
smoke everybody?
No, I think what he's going to do what he did at the start there and drop to the back.
Oh.
Bats has just put in Elite Tier General, by the way. If Formation Laps doesn't work, continue, as we will not be able to restart. So... Also, you still stuck on the waiting for players screen. That's not just me.
Yeah, I am.
This has been one hell of a long waiting for players screen.
Yeah, we're waiting out the rain. It's Formula 1, man.
I knew Cherry had his antics. gonna wait till it's fully dry. But even if it looks fully dry, it's probably fully wet. I'm still not over that China race this season where the track looked as dry as you like, but it was in reality. I mean, I don't know where that water was hiding. Must have been hiding underground.
I've heard there's water underground.
Ah, here we go. Well, we've got formation lap this time. Well, that's a relief.
Damn.
So do we have, what's the tyres looking like? We got all inters? Yep, all
Yep.
inters across the board. So, Doom, I want some predictions from you. Who's winning the race? If it's not a Mills and MQ, who goes on to win the championship? And who's your biggest surprise for this race?
So the race win is going to Jannemann, clearly. Actually, yes. It will be Jannemann race win, MQ in P2, and Emils in P3. And Emils will go on to win the championship from there. And the biggest surprise is Seagull, because Seagull is gonna commit an act of terrorism for the first time in 10 seasons and get a penalty point.
I like it. By the way, both Kick Albers are disqualified from the formation
but
out of the grid currently.
For the small mind, this is hard to understand, but actually, because the Inters are gonna be overheating so much in the drying conditions, they chose to not warm their tires at all in the formation lap instead.
Yes, smart. So everyone's coming back round to the grid now, and yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how everyone gets away, etc. I can almost guarantee there's going to be an incident at either turn 1 or 3 or both if we're lucky.
We're lucky.
Who that involves, whoever that involves, I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone or put a curse on anyone.
Okay,
but...
I'm saying I'm willing to do it. No, I'm saying
Rice.
Yeah, Rice will kill a man.
Rice.
Anyways,
right.
The lights are on, and well, are they? Yeah, here we are. They're going out.
Oh no, Seagull into the wall!
No, what the hell? Oh, Seagull dies. What the fuck? Okay. Seagull at the back of the grid now, and everybody else has gotten away pretty nicely, though. There's a little bit of sniffing on the rear by Cherry. And
the place takes the lead ahead of Jannemann.
Sheesh.
Wow, what a start from him. And, well, MQ has managed to pass Rice, who's dropped 2 positions in the meanwhile.
Oh my.
And, oh my god, bit of a send from Bats far back, as he'll now lose a position to Menoff, respectively. But yeah, Mills and MQ now jostling for position. This is the big one where it really matters. They're going to go side by side through turn 4 here. MQ on the inside and Mills on the outside. Who's going to get better traction out of the corner? Bit of wheel spin from MQ, but MQ seems to have got the move done here. Very nice for him and needed as well. Great start from him, up from P6 to P3.
Yeah, Emils has every chance to Schumacher Jerez MQ now.
Oh.
Juan Pablo MQ Toya. No, but yeah, fair racing between the two. MQ is now ahead, but like honestly, everything is lined up for my prediction. The place will surely at some point just vanish, and then we're cooked prediction-wise. Easy peasy. A little bit of a gap behind Seagull, Wild Ghost, and the others are in a little bit of their own world right now.
Dare I say, is Cherry going to line up a move on Mills here? They're 2 attempts back, but I don't think he's going to go for it in the end. I mean, we've got some battles down there, and we're going to have Bats or Seagull onto Menoff. And Rice picks up a 10-second. I mean, I didn't see that personally.
Oh,
but...
I did see that a little bit, and yeah, it was definitely an offense that deserved the 10-second time penalty, and honestly more. He should have been shot on the spot.
Who's he killed then?
Oh no, he has done nothing actually. He just got pushed far to the inside over the curb and then got a 10-second track limit penalty. He
Good
has.
thing I wasn't racing,
He
or I
has
guarantee you my
actually-
car would have been on the end of that.
Yeah, but he has actually done nothing. I will say the move was a little bit
that's
aggressive by him, but yeah, it was for sure not 10-second worthy. Probably gonna report someone
Yeah.
for that. I don't know who he dived on though.
Well, unless he can complete 36 laps on the Inters, then he's going to probably serve it at some point. But a bit of a gap behind Yanaman as well. MQ is 1.6 seconds back. There's some gaps beginning to form now where you've got the two of a Mills, or three of them, MQ, Mills, and Cherry. You've got Menoff, Seagull, and Rice. Obviously, you've got the Plays and Yanaman. And you've got Wild Ghost, Bats, and Ace Mojo. So forming themselves into a bit of trios and duos here.
I can't lie, maybe the place is actually the GOAT. What the hell? He's
He's
running
gone, wow.
away from Jan. Like, Jan is struggling to keep up with him. I mean, of course, right now we're talking about 1-second windows where there's no DRS really, but like, the place is pulling these. I'm not sure if this is like maybe a setup diff, so Jan is gonna like maybe zoom in on the place in the entire middle part of the track again, because he has more downforce. But so far the place really pulling his own weight there in front.
Yeah, it looks to be, as you saw the plays go a little bit wider, and that gap's gone from a second to, well, now only 3/10. Could Yanaman be lining up a move so soon as before the finish line? Or will I think he'll look on the main straight towards that. Although, if the plays has got a lower downforce setup, can Yanaman actually get past him? Because that's going to make it tough to get past. Although Yanaman does have a huge ERS advantage, 80% for Yanaman, 40% for the plays, but you can just see on the straights the plays is just gone, isn't he?
Yeah, it really is. And in the middle sector, then Yanaman makes his comeback, but yeah, I mean, cornering speed doesn't help you so much with overtaking on straights, really, right? So maybe the plays with a little bit of a better yeah, concept for his car for the actual race here.
Yeah, maybe. And I think as the tyres get older and more wear, the plays, as you said, will vanish because it becomes ever so difficult to make those corners. I mean, you saw him struggling to make this corner coming up last lap. I mean, imagine when the tyres are 16, 17, 18, 19 even laps old, unless he's doing a two-stop. And, well, we know what the two-stop is like.
We're going to dry. I do assume we're going to have soft Inter
Oh.
or something anyways, but Yanaman had a look here. And as you said, honestly, the place not looking that quick out of these turns.
There's going to be a move at some point in Sector 2. I'm going to keep literally my eyes on this, because at some point, Yanaman is going to make a move in Sector 2, because the plays is just not getting the grip out the corners that he needs to keep Yanaman behind, especially with Yanaman having a huge... Yanaman's keeping that ERS levels at 80 to 90%, whereas the plays are sort of 20 to 30% at times. And eventually that ERS will run out and Yanaman grip won't run out. So we might see a move there. But apart from that, everything seems to be as it was. But apart from Seagull has caught up now to the back of Cherry. So he'll be looking to make his way back through to the top of the field sooner rather than later. But apart from that, all is as good as normal.
Yep, we're dropping further and further down in the forecast. It is still rather wet, but I guess you can see it become a little bit lighter in some corners. And I still think, yeah, there's a lot of rainfall when you are not seeing only grey in the distance, but like when we look towards the forest, we can see the raindrops still coming in quite a lot. So we're not that close to the track drying up, really. As I think discussed a little bit before, as we've seen Cherry track limit penalty. It's gonna be roughly a third of each, so a third wet in the beginning, third dry in the middle, and then a third wet in the end. So around like lap 12 to 15, I guess we can expect the weather to dry up.
Yeah, and every lap that passes, I think it just gets more critical that Yanaman makes a move on the plays, because MQ is right there now with them. And if Yanaman can get through and really use his grip in Sector 2, with the plays sort of being that chicane in Sector 2, he will really pull away from this group, and that's what he needs at this stage, some breathing room really, to consolidate. And, well, I mean, as a teammate here, take the win away from MQ, really.
Yeah, that's like a different thing, though. Another problem, in quotation mark, that MQ doesn't have here, because Bats is so far away. But when the critical turnover point comes here...
Oh, what a move.
Ah,
What
shit,
a move from Yanaman.
Yeah,
Brilliant move. Dive down the inside, coming out of the windy part of the track, and it's a great move from Yanaman to get past the players. I said it was coming at some point, and Yanaman now on lap 6 of 36 will take the race lead now. Obviously, the Plays does have a lower downforce setup, but the gap is already 7/10. So for the Plays, I think at this point is just consolidate. Don't go slipping down like a slip and slide now. Just try and hold on to that P2. But MQ is approaching fast here. Will he go for a much needed send into turn 3? I think he might be a bit too far back, but he's going for it anyway. And
he was definitely
a
little bit too far back.
We don't like that.
But
yeah, that's such a shame.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate for the place. To be fair, I think with a little bit more of an experience, you kind of...
Oh, and Seagull's lost an end plate.
Yep, I saw. Yeah, but as the place here, if you have a little bit of extra experience of racing with the top guys, you kind of see that even though this is like a talented driver, he's never gonna make the turn there, and you just back out of it and try to switch back, because MQ is obviously gonna overshoot the turn. Holding his ground here,
I agree.
maybe the wrong decision. I mean, obviously the wrong decision. He lost a lot of positions, but
yeah, it's not his fault though, really.
No, it is not at
never
all.
Making that corner,
Yes.
and it's just unfortunate because he had such a good start, held P1 for 6 laps, and yeah, as you say, but it's his first season in the league. He'll learn as it comes along.
I was about to say, this is like the epitome of victim blaming there. Like, the place was not at fault here, by all means.
Yeah, but what it does mean, though, Emils is now in P2 with a car in between of Cherry.
Yeah.
And Cherry, I will say, as much as Cherry's already got 3 seconds, Cherry won't let that type of move happen. Cherry's got probably 10 seasons experience now?
Yeah.
If not more. He knows that MQ will be desperate to get past.
Also, I think we're like slowly but steadily approaching the time, right? We see like individual drops still, but you can already see the tracks a lot drier now. And I don't think it's gonna be too far away for the slicks, actually. I think like 3 or 4 laps maybe at most. And we're gonna be there for the softs, so... yeah, and you see the car sliding around as well. And I think like what I was gonna say earlier before Yanaman made that move on the place and we kind of derailed from there. One concern that the Racing Bulls here have, of course, that nobody else has, is they are stacked right on top of each other, right? You need like 5 seconds-ish for a really clean double stack in this game, if not more.
Yes.
And that's gonna be really tough here, and they might have to split up when
Jan's
they come.
I think, for championship's sake, Jan is gonna have to sacrifice, and if he wants to come in, think about Emils and go an extra lap. That's what I'd certainly do if I was in Yanaman's position. I don't know how he feels. Obviously, they're not in VC together, so they can't coordinate this. Or further down though, you do have Menopf and Rice. I think Menopf getting past Rice or holding on in turn 3. But yeah, as we were talking about, they do need a bit more time, and if I was Yanaman, I'd sacrifice that. But as I was gonna say, pit timing now is so crucial.
Yeah.
An extra lap on the old inters in the wrong conditions can cost you 3-4 seconds.
Yeah.
So you need to get this perfectly if you're a Mills or MQ. Obviously, Seagull might replace his front wing as well, so we're expecting him to be a bit longer in the pits regardless. But yeah, I mean, this is where it gets juicy now.
Yeah, everybody's staying out for now, but yeah, Yanaman fastest lap, I guess. We're right in the sweet spot for the Inters, where they still get better. Albeit the place just really just matching his old lap time. As I was on board with him now, we saw his delta. I'm not sure actually what you want to do here, because I feel like maybe preserving the tactical position ahead of Yanaman is also worth it for Emils, because I mean, to be fair, you could just have Emils in front, so it doesn't really matter too much.
I mean, yeah, that'd be the thing, swap them round. But I think the gap's a bit too big. I think if it was sort of 4 or 5 tenths of a second, I think then I'd be saying, yeah, swap around. Although, that gap behind Cherry is only increasing. It's gone from a second a lap ago to 1.7 now. And MQ's not really challenging him here. So, could be a shout. But is Yanneman going to drop 2 seconds? I mean, I don't see it personally.
I mean, the Inters are still getting quicker here. Right now seems to not be the best time to pit yet. I do wonder, maybe Jan can just go a lap earlier than he needs to. I feel like going a little bit earlier is not as bad as going a little bit too late, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think like maybe it is the time for him to yeah.
I mean, I disagree with that because last time that we saw a track as dry, China, it wasn't dry conditions for ages. But yeah, MQ by the way has dropped a second behind to Cherry, so Cherry is doing fairly decent pace here. So to keep up P3, I think, which would, as I mentioned before, would get him P4 in the championship. So big moves for him as, yeah, Yanneman ever continuing to increase his lead out front. And Ace Mojo is going to be that first driver onto the slick tyres. And wheel spins is coming out, which shows us it is still probably a lap or two a bit early for the slicks so far. But
I think
you never know.
Jano Emils might be going here. Their sectors 1 and 2 were actually slower than their previous sector, so that is kind of a sign that the Inters are falling off. But
No,
both of them
out.
staying out there. I mean, maybe they know what they're doing. Maybe they know what
Well,
they're doing.
Based off of this game and how bad Cherry fastest lap, how bad it is, I would literally be waiting until I saw the DRS enabled.
Yeah, fair.
Because at that point, it is almost guaranteed that the Inters are slower than the slicks.
Yeah.
But now we see Menoph coming in as Ace Mojo picks up a 3-second time penalty. I believe Menoph will be coming in for slicks, whether that be the mediums or the hard compound.
The Inters should still be like around or below 50%, so for these conditions where it's not really wet, they are in a very good spot still technically, so you're definitely not going for another set of Inters. Both Menoph and Ace Mojo went for the hard tires, by the way, on the pit stop, so yeah, that's that. They are expecting this middle stretch to last a little bit longer than we would have anticipated, to be honest. I thought we were gonna see a bunch of medium pit stops.
Well,
and
MQ's just at a purple sector too.
Yep.
So, I mean, the track's still getting better. Not good enough, I think, for any of the drivers here to pit as Cherry gets his 6th second of time penalty. I did forget Cherry had time penalties, by the way, so I'm sorry for giving what could have been false hope for that, as MQ Seagull will pick up fastest lap at 12.7, getting closer to his qualifying time. So is crossover here as Rice is going to be the 3rd driver to get into the pits for slicks. Now, is he going to go for the mediums or the hards?
I'm having an eye on the tool. And well, has he already pitted? Okay.
Yes, he has. He's serving his 10 second though, isn't he?
Oh yeah, okay, never mind. I was like,
Seagull's making a move on MQ into turn number 4 here. Side by side here. Can Seagull get the move done? He's got the ERS advantage coming out of the corner and gets the move done. No end plate, no problem for Seagull, as his next victim will look to be Cherry. So, and I don't think that'll take him too long. He is past MQ, who's a bit quicker than Cherry here.
Oh
as
my
Cherry,
God, yeah, Cherry is struggling. Rice also for hard tires. All of them went for hard tires. Cherry's going into the pits.
Here. Oh, no, they don't make contact, but Cherry is the first of technically the top runners to make his way into the pits. He's gambling on that early stop. And
I do think it is good here at this point. I feel like this must be the sweet spot at some point here now. It's been not been raining for a while.
China flashbacks, Doom. Every time you say it looks fine, I get PTSD.
Kingsman, it really looks fine here. I'm going external cam now to see if there's like any wetness on the track still, but I can't seem to spot any at all.
Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna watch Cherry for a bit then, because Cherry has come out 6 tenths behind Bats and Wild Ghost, and if that increases, we'll know it's not time. Whereas if Cherry can sort of close the gap to them, we'll know. Oh, DRS is enabled. Wait, what?
My brother in
When was
Christ, I said the sweet spot is now, and the sweet spot was
When
now.
was that? Wait, when did that?
I
Wait, no.
did not
When did
see
we get
the
told that?
notification. I did not see it neither.
No, I was just on board with Cherry, and I saw he got DRS. So yeah, Cherry's nailed that.
Yeah.
Then it's Yannerman pits on, and Mills gonna pit at the same time. That's unfortunate. I mean,
Yeah, I
Mills
mean,
gonna get caught in a
he's-
double stack.
He's not gonna lose so much, at least to MQ. MQ is a good bit away. The
Well,
place.
Cherry undercut them. I'm gonna watch Cherry undercut
Oh
as
my
Cherry
God.
gets a move done on Bats here. What can Cherry do as Yannerman goes to medium tires? What will the undercut get Cherry as he decides to cut every part of the track possible?
Oh my
And
god.
yeah,
He
gets
got
the
a
9 seconds
full
for it.
another penalty in just the
In that
outlap
lap.
alone. Yeah.
Well, he's gonna get up to P2
Two,
for
yeah.
his troubles. Wow, that was perfect timing from Cherry as he finds himself P2 with 9 seconds of penalties. And Menoff basically reeling it in and confirming that it is going fastest
Yeah.
lap. I mean, how many penalties is the grid on if I have a look now?
Uh,
Cherry 9 seconds, Menoff 3, Wild Ghost 6, and Ace Mojo
15.
on 15.
Yes.
Yeah, they would know who's coming last.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how Ace Mojo got all of those. That's kind of crazy, to be honest.
15 corner cuts in 15 laps.
Yeah, I
mean,
think so, right?
Eric behavior.
True, the GOAT is back, reincarnated.
Yeah, but
Oh,
Cherry's
man.
also pulled 1.3 seconds on a Mills, by the way, in this lap. So, very interesting. And the Plays has got past MQ. Now, I don't know whether that was in the pits or MQ made a mistake beforehand, but I know for a fact the Plays was not at... Plays was in P6. Obviously, Seagull, I believe, repairing that front
I
wing of
think
his.
they entered the pits in that order, to be honest. I can also
Oh.
vividly remember MQ kind of missing the pit entrance.
Interesting. But yeah, so I'd say we're pretty set for a Yannerman win, unless we get a prime last season Yannerman bottle.
I think he's on controller again, so he's probably going to be fine.
As MQ gets past the Plays, no need for antics into the braking zone this time.
Yeah.
DRS will fuel him through. Will the Plays have an answer though, with DRS being enabled and a better low downforce setup for the straights? There's gaps decreasing, but not enough for a lunge as MQ makes his way behind his championship rival Mills in P3. And well, it'll be very interesting to see how this race opens up. Now, obviously, MQ on the mediums and Mills on the hards. So, Mills and Cherry kind of hoping that this wet weather patch stays away for a bit longer.
Yeah, for sure. They're in a decent position now. I mean, the hard tires is just playing it safe, to be honest. Mediums
Yeah.
is probably much better, even if they're worn out a little bit when it gets wet again. But yeah, a little bit more freedom, I guess, on the hands of Emils and Cherry now. Note that everybody else from the top group, so like MQ, The Place, Seagull, and Jan, are all on the mediums. And honestly, Jan is flying away here.
Yeah, and that's sort of on pace as well, because I think Cherry getting that undercut he got gave him a massive advantage over
Yeah.
Mills, especially if Mills got affected by the double stack as well. As further down, Wild Ghost has got past Rice here for P8. Whether Rice can fight that back or not, I don't think so, unless the ERS advantage favours him. But no, Wild Ghost is just pulling away, and on those better tyres, he will get that move done. But moving back up to the front group here, Seagull has closed in on the Plays, and a move surely doom inevitable.
Yeah, Seagull with the fastest lap just in the last lap. Generally, if we look at the pace right now, it's Janneman. Actually, let's just wait until everybody has crossed the line. So Jan's last lap was a 109.6, and so was Cherry's, to be fair. Previously, the lap
did a
beforehand,
108.7.
Cherry was an entire second slower. The group around MQ is also on a 109.5-ish.
Emils making a move on Cherry into turn 3. No more antics though. Emils does hold the inside, and
Whee!
contact between MQ and Cherry. And Cherry is spun round. I believe it was contact, although MQ looks very
it was
far
definitely
back.
contact.
So
I was on
Yeah,
board with Cherry.
oh.
This is not natural car movement.
No, Cherry, oh, that is such a shame.
Yeah.
Cherry, again, another driver doing so well. MQ not having the best race here, but again, does find himself in P3. It's not what he needs. Could be seen to be throwing the kitchen sink here with risky moves all over the board. But yeah, surely that's going to be another report coming in for him. And well, in the means of this chaos, Seagull did get past the plays into P4 and is rapidly hunting it down. And yeah, Cherry went into the wall. I think spun off and hit the wall. Whether that's a complete give up or a... Yeah, he's just lost it, I think.
It does look like he loses it there.
Full safety car.
Yep, that is... I mean, I don't think it's gonna do anything. Nobody needs to pit here. All it does actually, it's gonna like bunch Jannemann and the others back up again. Jan, of course, is here the main guy at the disadvantage there. His 8-second lead that he's driven on. I guess, like, okay, so I think the lead ultimately boiled down to Emil's probably being held up for like 2 or 3 seconds in the double stack, thus losing the position to Cherry on his way out. Thus, yeah, Emils and Cherry fighting a little bit, and Jan was able to gain like almost a second for the first 2 or 3 laps between the two of them. So yeah, it's a good bit on pace, but a little bit also on just lucky circumstances surrounding the pit stop. Oh, Jan is actually going in.
Interesting call. I mean, he's got the gap to do it, no?
I don't know how much you need under pit's safety car here.
But what could he need? This is what I don't get.
Seagull is also in.
So is he going to inters?
No, he's going back to mediums, fresh mediums. So wait, how old have been the old ones?
5 laps. And
laps,
Seagull on top. It just doesn't make sense to me.
I feel like it's honestly okay. He's losing like 2 positions for this, 3. And in the end, he's playing it for Emils, of course, right? So Emils still with the on-track lead. And he's probably under the impression that he will be able to move past the place and, well, ultimately be a threat to MQ again.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Jannemann, I'd have just stayed out for the extra lap. Even if I was going to hand the lead to Mills and just absolutely giga defend, he's not played the team game here, which is much for Jannemann's race. So, by the way, I was speaking to Cherry about his pit stop timing, right? I said, oh, you nailed the pit timing. And he said, I was forced into it. And I said, no, what you're meant to tell me is that was a giga master play. You knew it was going to turn to DRS enabled when you pit.
Well, Emils also has front wing damage. I did not see that before.
Oh, what?
Yeah, his entire end plate is missing. I'm not sure if he also collided with Cherry or if it was him colliding with Cherry after all. It did not look like it.
No, no. Mills had the move done.
Yeah,
Mills had the move
so
done
too.
into that corner. So it wouldn't have been that. It might have been somewhere else that he's picked up, maybe. But yeah, that's... So see, the real interesting one for me, though, has to be Seagull on the softs. Because if the mediums were looking bad after 5 laps...
I mean,
how the hell are the softs going to cope?
The rain forecast is slowly but steadily going up again. I mean, as expected, really. I think if we go with the 1/3 division of the weather, we would be expecting rain in like 4 to 5 laps again. And honestly, 4 to 5 laps sounds really doable for the softs. Like, there's going to be another lap or so of safety car. And by then it's only like, yeah, 3 to 5 laps on softs. I think they will be pretty good still.
Yeah, well, that's certainly a gamble there. But, I mean, one thing the safety car does do is bunch the field, apart from Ace Mojo, up. Because, obviously, before you had essentially the front group of Emils, MQ, the Plays, Jan, Seagull, and Cherry. And then Menop, Wild Ghost, Rice, and Bats all behind. And another front wing end plate has been lost, I believe, that to be, or not Wild Ghosts. I don't know. I just saw an end plate fly across.
It might be. It is... Nope, none of the kicks. I think both of them have complete front wings. Could be Rise.
It's Bats. No, it's Bats. Bats
It's
is missing a
Bats,
left
okay.
end plate. Yeah, so what is Emil's going to do on the restart? Restart critical because he does not want to lose out to MQ here. I believe if MQ got the move done and it stayed like that for the rest of the race, it would be enough to win the championship.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Doom.
Yep, it
So
is.
restart critical and away Emil's goes. A bit of wheel spin for MQ off the start, and the Blaze picks up a 3-second penalty. But overall, not a bad restart for Emil's here. As 0.3 the gap stays, he seems to have it all under control. As further back, Bats is going to pit for a fresh front wing, but this is where the magic could happen. Can MQ get the move done into turn 3? Is he going to go for a risky lunge like before? Doesn't look for it this time, and Emils is going to hold on to that P1 for now, but Yanaman is right next to the Blaze here. Can he get a move done into turn number 4? I don't think so. I think the Blaze is going to use that downforce setup unless Yanaman sends it here. And yeah, gets the move done. Lovely move from Jan.
He was still reasonably alongside. He knows he's going to be better in the corners. Jan also by far with the highest downforce setup, or at least the least top speed setup of the top drivers.
All over MQ too, by the way. I mean, look, he's literally... Is he going to go for a move here? Surely not. As MQ gets past the Mills, that's something I didn't have on the bingo card. Very interesting move.
Yeah, I think Emil's kinda... I mean, okay, no, you see the top speed difference here again. They just jump away from Jan. But I feel like Emil's kinda wants to let Jan pass there if they do not get a chance to dive on MQ here.
Is Jan going to send it?
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
he is. And straight into P1. A bit of blocking going on. I don't think any front wing pieces were lost from the... Oh no, Emil's has lost the right end plate, I think.
No, Emil's... Wait, what? The right as well? Oh, well, Emil's has definitely lost the right, a good bit of his right front wing.
Oh, that's huge for the championship.
Oh, but Seagull is through now as well, and Emil's, I think, like, I don't know, do you really ride it out until you get to
he
wets?
Can't. He can't. He's losing positions left and right as he now falls behind the Blaze, and the gap just gets bigger and bigger, and MQ could be on for a great race here, but Mills is planning to stick it out in P5 here. He thinks the risk is good enough to stay out, as Yanaman is already a second clear of Seagull ahead, and Seagull is now going to be the driver to look to break that difference. But as it stands, actually, what's the gap? So 15 points to 10. No, as it stands, Emil still wins the championship by 1 point.
Yes.
So
and
MQ still has work to do.
Yeah, and the I mean, the implication is still he only needs to like, if he loses 3 seconds per lap due to front wing damage, it's still worth it for him if the rain comes in the next 6 laps. And I do think it should be coming in the next 6 laps. The tool is saying 100%. It should be starting to rain any minute now. I'm again, like, as soon as it starts raining, it's probably still like 2 or 3 more laps until you actually go to Intis, because otherwise you're just losing a lot of time as well. But
the middle sector's killer.
Yeah. Emils is not losing crazy amounts of times for the amount of front wing he's missing, to be honest.
Like I think it's a second, and he mainly loses that in the middle sector. As Menoph now going to be the next driver to look for a move with DRS to the inside. He does back out of it. No, he doesn't, actually. Just beforehand, Emils, though, does run wide. And there's a change in the lead. It is Seagull who takes the lead on those soft tyres. Regardless, both of them have absolutely left MQ in the dust. Is further down, it is Wild Ghost to get past Emils. And Menoph is the next driver looking here. Although Emils will have that DRS here as they go side by side. But Menoph gets the move done, and Mills is falling away constantly.
Yeah, I mean, DRS is going to help Mills, of course, to kind of like stay in the game, and to be fair, the only thing he really needs to do is stay in contention here, because everybody around him has time penalties. Wild Ghost is on 9 seconds of corner cuts. So he's definitely going to get that position back at some point. He really just needs to hang on until the pit stop, and if he makes it, and while staying within 1 second of the car ahead, he's gonna gain like half a second for free every single lap. That would otherwise like be eating away from his damaged car, right? So
yeah. I mean, question: is the rain actually going to come back? Because laps are just constantly ticking down here. And
so it stopped raining when it was at like 25% forecast in the tool. We're now up to 60 again. I think usually it starts raining at 75.
Is it going up?
It is continuously going up. It went from like 23-ish to the 60 it is now in, I would say, the last 6 laps. So I would say like the start is maybe 2 or 3 laps away. It might definitely be worth it to go pit for the end of the race, and I think like Seagull is guaranteed considering it anyways, right? Because he's on soft, so he's definitely not gonna make it to the end. He's gonna come in. Everybody else,
Wild Ghost.
Yep. Everybody else at least has the chance of running it to the end with their slicks if the rain decides to show up too late.
Yeah. If it doesn't show up, it's such a shame for Mills as well, who I think got caught out on Yanaman's move on MQ. They just blocked each other up into the chicane. But also something to be aware of, I think MQ has a few seconds of time penalties coming his way for moves on Cherry and the plays respectively. So don't be surprised if he could still drop some positions.
Yeah. Also a thing to consider, I guess. Emils really is only missing the right side of his wing, and the outside front wing end plate is much more determining for your ability to turn in that direction. It starts raining right now. I think I'm seeing drops.
I was about to say, yes, there they are.
The only left-hand corners, really, are in the middle sector. And the rest is all right-handers, where he has the outside end plate to show for. So, like, yes, it's going to be a big disadvantage, but I think it's actually going to be, like, pretty manageable with the damage he has going on right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's sticking within a second of the 2 Saubers ahead of him, and he'll get ahead of them on time penalties anyway. So he's just got, as you said before, Doom, he's just got to stick with them.
Yeah.
Like, so even if he doesn't replace his front wing, he's just got to stick with them and not make any more mistakes. And yeah, he will get the P5 that he needs currently to keep it as it is. But obviously, there could still be a mistake from Seagull or Yanaman in front, who have cleared MQ by 5 seconds now.
Yeah.
And well, the plays has dropped out of DRS. But yeah, we're mainly looking, can Emils either hold on or keep ahead of those runners behind him? And well,
I mean,
if
a different question, I guess, right? If you're able to hold up without your front wing, do you even bother change it? Like, do you even go the risk of taking the extra 5 seconds in the pit stop?
No, I don't think so. Not at this point.
Right?
Not at this point. I don't think you do at this point. If it had been a bit earlier, I think you would have, just for that time gain. But I think, as you mentioned, at this point, there's no real need. He should just try and stick it out and, like, sort of hope that his raw pace is better than Wild Ghost, who, by the way, has slipped out of DRS from Menop.
Yeah, that's a different issue. It seems like Wild Ghost is slightly getting away now, and, I mean, you can't forget that he needs to stay within 3 seconds of Menop as well. Like, Wild Ghost is not the issue, he has 12 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna be past Wild Ghost anyways, but Menop is the actual problem here.
I thought it was the other way around.
Nope. Only on 3, Wild Ghost on 12.
Well, let's see. Can Emils get a move done here? Gaining, and I don't know whether he looked for it or he's just playing it plain safe at this point.
And there's the contact.
No.
Yep, Rice is caught up in it as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, here we are.
He is. Wild Ghost has just not got the throttle down. I think that's
yeah,
it done.
He lost the rear there, I think it was losing the rear. I don't think he's losing.
Yeah, that's it done. Unless MQ makes a mistake, MQ will walk away as the championship winner.
Yep, I guess what you can do now is maybe try to pit now and like hope it plays out or something, but
He's staying out.
yeah, fair.
I mean,
Well,
if you're him, you stay out and just risk it to the end. I mean, that's also a shout, isn't it?
yeah, I mean, could
Stick
do.
out. He's on the hard compound, whereas MQ is really, if MQ sticks out to the end, he's really going to struggle. 15-lap-old mediums. So I think Emils has got the best chance out of any of them of holding it out here. But as you say, he's now 12 seconds back. I just, even if MQ does manage to spin and lose it, I think it's just too much at this point.
I mean, to be fair, Emils is also on 15-lap-old hards, and like, for all of them, it's not gonna get better. And let's not forget Seagull.
Yeah, but Seagull's like basically cheating these days.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
what?
true. Actually, I mean, always has been.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, another thing is potentially Janneman pitting.
MQ pitting as well. I mean, now if you're a Mills, surely you just
and
gamble
he's
it.
got the time penalty too.
If you're a Mills, surely now you gamble it instead. He's coming in. I was so confident he was going to stick it out.
I think it's not too bad, to be honest. The Place and Seagull are staying out. I mean, of course, they are miles away. But, like, if this seriously backfires for them, maybe there's still room. I mean, he's getting a new front wing as well. He's getting the Inters.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just someone at this point who knows their race is probably done.
In the end, you can only do so much.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to catch however many seconds it is to Bats. I don't think. I mean, he is on mediums, so I mean, he's got how many seconds? 15. I mean, even that's he's got to lose 3 seconds a lap, and then it's tough at that point. I think as the plays are falling behind Janneman now, so who knows? Yeah, Seagull pits. They're really interesting to see.
Yeah, the Place is
how
going to come into the pits now as well. Yeah, Emils is just so far down. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, unless we're going to see some Janneman Giga hold up, but I think Janneman's just focused on himself.
I don't think, like... It would be... Yeah, you can't really do this in Austria, right? Like, where are you parking on the apex without the car just driving around you? Like, middle sector maybe, yeah, but like...
Yeah, and I think that's safe to say it is over. MQ.
Yeah, if MQ comes out in second, of course, it's over anyways, but... Yeah, tiny hope for him would be maybe that, like, Seagull drags Manop close as well.
Even so,
he maybe gets, like, a time penalty in the very end, and, like, we go from there, but I think it is just gonna be MQ.
P7's 6 points, so he'd need him to drop to P6, yeah. Or would it be P5?
No, P5 would be enough. And P4 would be tie, but I'm not sure who has the tiebreaker.
Hold on, is it race wins? I can have a look at the case. Emils won in Vegas and one in Monza. MQ has only one in Baku, so it would be Emils on tiebreaker.
Yeah. But we will see. Seagull will, I think... Oh, I'm not sure if he's gonna make it past, but it does look like he's catching MQ big time. Seagull's last lap was a 1:07.2, and Emil's MQ is driving 1:08.3, so it's 1.1 seconds per lap, and well, that would mean that Seagull is pretty much in striking distance at the very end of the race, so it's likely not enough. Emil's is past Bats already.
Yeah, held him up massively though. Bats just parking it on the apex and lost him, I think, about 5 seconds to the plays. So even if there is a mistake from any of them up there, and we've got to remember as well, by the way, Wild Ghost has a lot of time penalties.
Yeah,
so
but Emils has gotten 3 seconds now as well, so he needs to be within 9 seconds of Wild Ghost actually, yeah.
If he didn't lose that time, I think, behind Bats, I think there was a chance he might have leapfrogged Wild Ghost.
It's 16 seconds between them. Yeah, he needs 7 seconds in 3 laps.
He needs a Wild Ghost mistake.
Yeah, the pace for Wild Ghost is at 1:07.7. I mean, it doesn't help that Wild Ghost is going faster pace than MQ.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. Oh no,
Wow.
that's fastest lap. Never mind. But the fastest. Okay,
As
so the
Bat-
last lap has been a 1:15 for Wild Ghost, and for Emils it has been a 1:14.5. It's a yellow flag. That is Bats, I think.
yeah. Just
Oh yeah,
spun,
he's
I mean,
on the medium still. Okay, I see.
Yeah, Seagull, by the way, is still catching MQ here.
Yep.
But I mean, it does not really matter at this point. Menop has dropped so far behind, unless there's contact between these two, which I've seen wilder things happen. Unless there's
Yeah,
big
Seagull
contact.
going full terrorist and homing missile.
No, I'm not. Don't put words in my mouth, Doom. Doom's trying to get me cancelled live on air. You heard it here, guys. And yeah, I mean, anything could happen. It could be MQ loses his full front wing, but I mean, we're on the last lap now. Oh no, we're not. The Yanaman being past the line has fooled me again. But yeah, Bats has come out on the softs, by the way. I mean, interesting, very interesting call.
It's 2 more laps actually, so Seagull for sure gets the time to maybe make a move for P2 here still. Not sure if he actually goes over the line then, because he's probably gonna retire. Yeah, right? Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah, so Mills gets P6. Oh,
Yeah,
I mean,
but
it's too
MQ gets
complicated.
P2 for sure then.
Yeah. Unless Seagull doesn't.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. It's very unfortunate for Emils all around, I guess. He's just getting caught in incidents that aren't really his fault here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not how you want to see it end, really, for Mills. Obviously, MQ does not care that what's happened
Yeah,
today.
for sure.
He's got the position he needs to win the championship. And, yeah, fair play to him. As Yanaman picks up a 3-second penalty that doesn't really matter as he enters now the final lap of the race. And yeah, we'll see. Seagull is the only car really it's going to be looking to make a move in this last lap. That's going to be on MQ. I think that move will get done, but as you mentioned, he's had a bit of a rule this season where if he hasn't won, he's DNF'd. It's 4 race wins for him this season, the most of any driver, but the DNFs in Belgium, Baku, Montreal, Vegas, and Monza, obviously, as we knew the season, were going to be the reason stopping him from winning the championship overall. As Menop is going to be the one to lap Bats, and Seagull is going to get a better exit here ahead of MQ. But I don't see Seagull diving it. As much as he's dive bombed me in the past, I don't see.
Oh, he wants to. He's kind of. But
Have no
yeah.
competitive integrity, Seagull. Dive bomb him. No sportsmanship. I mean, I didn't say that, did I?
Nah, you can.
No sportsmanship. As a yellow flag in second.
Yeah, that's just Bats getting lapped.
I was about to say, because the Plays and Wild Ghost are next to each other, so I thought there might have been contact between the two. And obviously, contact for Wild Ghost would send him back. As Yanaman is your race winner, clear by all margins today. No one challenged him, and MQ will come home for P2 as Seagull is going to drive himself into the wall and not die naturally. As it's going to be Menop who picks up that podium, by the way. So great race for Menop. Just stayed out of trouble really the entire weekend, and it's Menop on the podium, followed by the Plays, getting over Wild Ghost on the line. And I think this will have wrapped up the championship, and it will be. Oh, Emils gets P5. How many points
Wait,
is that?
that is just
MQ
short,
wins it
yeah.
by 2 points. MQ wins it by 2 points.
Yep.
Emils needed another position to win it. So MQ is going to be your elite tier champion for season 21. And well, very, very consistently throughout. I think he never got lower than a P3 every time he raced. Obviously missing races in Spa and Vegas. But apart from that, podiums consistently. a race win in Baku, and he is your champion this season.
Yeah, congratulations to MQ, of course. As you said, very consistent. I mean, he even missed out on a race, right? So, yeah.
Yeah.
Good efforts here to beat the goal.
No.
Apparently, Lauda is very sad that MQ has won it. But maybe next time he's bottling it by pressing the safety car. No, the safety car. Pressing pause menu in the pits again. Who knows? But yeah, season 21 comes to a close with MQ there securing the podium and the Drivers' Championship. And I think Constructors, let me see, I think I would be surprised if Racing Bulls did not win that, right?
Weekend. I think they secured it last weekend, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, fair. So MQ more Drivers' Championships than Lauda.
Yeah, lovely. Also, funny, if you want to look at a funny thing, you know Seagull died on the final corner?
Yeah.
He technically still classifies ahead of Bats.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, fair. Yeah, that's kind of funny.
Quite funny. But yeah, unfortunate way for the season to end for Mills, but MQ will absolutely love it here. MQ would have to pick up 15 seconds of post-race penalties for his season to be affected, but there we go. Austria ends out the title with a massive shock.
Whew, I just in time, I think, press enter for the tool to actually grab the stats. But yeah, what a good ending to the season, really. And honestly, what a well-timed ending. I would be giga unavailable the next 2 weekends anyways. And I think the F1 DLC comes out soon as well. I only heard that it's dropping.
Oh.
I did not really see when and how. But that's going to be interesting for us to take into account for the next season potentially, where we can get all new cars, if they even tweak the handling a lot yet. And yeah, it's going to be good for me personally to have the 2 weeks break because I'm moving house and such. But yeah, when we're back, I think we will get regular co-casting as well, as Aris, I think, has offered to jump in here, so even you, Kingsman, could continue on racing. And we still have co-casters. Ah, damn it. Yeah. What a shame. Ah, grr.
Boo.
Yeah. but it's gonna be fun. For now, though, I mean, you'll get updates on everything that is potentially happening or not happening on the Discord, so head there if you aren't there already. Once more, congrats to MQ and Racing Bulls for the championships, respectively, and yeah, see y'all next time, whenever that's gonna be. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays.